Hi my love, I hope you're doing really well. I just wanted to share some tips on travel, holidays, around food and your fitness goals and sort of how to navigate things. Of course, this is going to be really unique depending on, say if you're away on holiday for a week, you want to enjoy the breakfast buffet and say eat out for meals, but you do want to stay somewhat aligned with your goals. There is obviously a time and place where you're gonna, enjoy the food, enjoy the meals out. Like I don't want you over stressing because that's not productive towards your goals at all. And what is life if we can't enjoy meals with friends and family? Like what is the most important thing here? So always think about that long-term approach, but that doesn't mean just going on an absolute mad one in terms of like binging and overeating to the point where you can't even enjoy company with your friends and family because you've stuffed yourself to the point of discomfort and you're bloated, uncomfortable, and then that has a knock-on effect as well. And that is something that I used to really do because I would be in the restrictive mindset, which meant whenever I had the opportunity to say eat out or I'd see a breakfast buffet, I would go ham. Whereas if we take the approach of food's always going to be there is no need to like go and overeat or just make yourself uncomfortable, and just always keep that in the back of your mind as in thinking like, how am I going to feel after this? Do I need to go for 5 plates? Can I go for 1 to 2 plates, say if it is a breakfast buffet for one? So that's kind of like the mindset type of thing. And also if you're away for a week, like you're not gonna, a week's not gonna do much in the grand scheme of things, and if anything can really help just with like de-stressing your mind, like taking a week to maybe just practice more of that self-trust with yourself around food and looking at it like that. And then I'm in Bali right now. I plan to be here for a little bit of time, so I'm taking a different approach. This is something that I'll tweak as I go, and it's always dependent on where you are, what you have available, and working with yourself, not against yourself. So I'll usually pick restaurants that might have the measurements. So for example, previous 2 restaurants I found had the measurements of like chicken breast, so it said like 150 grams of chicken breast, which is usually the cooked weight. So then I can easily input that into my macros. So say if I'm ordering things like I did last night, I just literally measure everything out like you would if you were prepping it yourself. So that is one way like of say a takeout. Then if I'm eating out, I will just generally eyeball, like you will have a bit of a gauge if this is something that you decide to do. Say if you like order your lean portion of protein that you can eyeball, you can even take a picture of your meal and then put it into ChatGPT, and it will give you the rough measurements and then input that into your macros, and then you just kind of feedback based on how you respond, how you feel. If you can also get things that are steamed and not cooked in oil, even better. That's also going to probably be much better with your digestion, especially if you're traveling and away. That's something that I really want you to bear in mind, because I know sometimes I can spend more time on the toilet, so that's important to me. So that is one thing that I've done. And then we ate out the night before last, and I just eyeballed it. I got like a sweet potato salad bowl, and I made sure ahead of time, like where before I go to a restaurant, I'll just have a look at the menu and see what they have. And then you can just generally ask for things like, say, can I have that cooked in less oil, like if you are at a restaurant that doesn't have any measurements. And if you just go for things like a lean thing of protein, so I always opt for steak, fish or chicken, then some form of carb, possibly like a potato of some kind, some salad, or just lean source protein, grilled veggies, something along those lines. And then you can still input that into your macros. Your scale is obviously going to be a good indication, like over a week, obviously not one day. You can see what your trend is, if you're going down, if you're going upwards. Then another thing that I would do is get a food shop in. So I have always got that option of making food at home. I did buy some chicken the other day and I haven't cooked it because there is a lot of options here in terms of like lean meats, and it's actually cheaper. So I find that in Dubai as well, like it's actually cheaper to order food, but in Dubai I'm not a fan of like a lot of the meat, so I end up buying it and cooking it myself. So that's how I'm doing Bali and this part of Asia, and obviously trying to be conscious and not get Bali belly. Conscious, like I'm not going to go and get things like raw fish, because I just know I'm just going to ask for trouble, especially within the first few weeks of being in somewhere new. And then I will always stock up on like big boxes. So I got a 12-pack of these, and I've gone through them in 2 days with Mason. So I'll get lots of water and make sure I'm drinking like 2 of these a day at least, especially if you're in like a hot climate as well. You still want to keep hydrated. That's going to just really help with any bloating, your digestion on a whole, and all that good stuff Another thing I do is bring my own supplements everywhere I go. This has saved me so many times. So I'll always have some oats in my hand luggage, because there's nothing worse than when you get to a new place and you don't have anything for breakfast. So this is just like my comfort that comes with me everywhere. Then I'll bring some creatine and, of course, protein powder that I've run out of. I need to get some more vegan protein. And then all of my supplements, like my vitamins, always come in tow, like I come with them, and keeping consistent with them. So when you are away, I would always recommend traveling with digestive enzymes. They really help. I was told in Bali to avoid eating raw salad, but that's just not realistic for me. Like, I love a cucumber, I love my cherry tomatoes, and I eat a lot of salads, and so far so good. So yeah, but yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you have any other questions, just let me know and I can help.